Ready? Steady?
1, 2, 3.
Hey, remember when you said you were going to get a different drink? And then you didn't drink your water?
Remember that one time?
You mean like every time?
Every time. It works every time that way. No.
It's not straight. We don't care.
Oh, wow. You're really on. You're like facing over
I didn't
there.
turn the thing on.
What thing?
The light.
Yeah. We got nailed it.
It's plugged in.
Same effect.
Hey, I turned the
That
thing
light's on. That light's on. No help to Ashley. But that light's on.
She did send me another one, but I can't buy all these things.
That's
on! Yay!
Locks right off. Georgette's on. Well, this is the most we've ever
Wow,
had.
do you think he's been waiting for this?
No.
That was pretty quick.
I know. What was his birthday? So I guess we have to say happy birthday, right?
He's on a cruise right now.
He's on a cruise?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, where he's going? Perfect.
He's on
the water.
Caribbean.
Oh.
Caribbean.
I have a fear. I gotta admit, I have a fear about cruises.
After all the other ones that keep like falling down or like
Nope.
catching fire
Nope.
or tipping over
Nope.
or what? Petri dishes.
Nope.
What?
I'm
Being one of those
afraid
people?
I'm afraid when we dock somewhere and you can get off for a little while, I wouldn't get off. I'd be afraid that I would miss the boat and I'd be stuck
Oh yeah,
wherever.
that is terrifying.
That is my number one thing.
Because I don't, Dad, did they
That's
wait
like-
for you?
that's
I
like
don't
the
think they wait
bus.
for you.
No, they don't wait for you. No, they don't
I
wait
don't
for you.
think so.
I've seen
I think they
videos
do,
where
like,
they
last
leave
call
them,
or
and the
something.
person's running. Hey, I'm like, no, I can't do that. Because what happens if you get in an accident? What happens if you get stuck in traffic? What, like, there's too many. Like, I would
just
literally
feel like-
stay right there, right on the
I
port.
feel like you just don't have enough time there either. Like
Even-
depending on which ones you
even-
go to, it's like
Even
I
when it's
just feel
enough
like-
time, it's not enough time. Like, it would
Yeah.
have to be like, oh, you guys can go for the whole day. Make
Yeah.
sure you're back by 9 o'clock or something. Like,
Yeah.
and then at night, and I'd be like, okay, because
Yeah.
even if I got stuck in traffic or something, I don't know. I have these.
they want to do a Disney cruise, and they asked me a couple years ago if I would do it, and I was like, honestly, I'd rather just go to Disney. If I'm
Yeah.
gonna spend money on Disney, I'd rather just
Yeah.
go there.
Yeah.
Because what am I gonna do on a boat?
I know. I'm not. We've just had this
I've been on a
conversation.
I
We've just
did-
had
I
this
know.
conversation. I didn't go to my junior prom, and I believe, I hope I'm right. My ex ended up going with another guy because it was on a boat, and I was like, because they told me, oh, once you're on for like the next 4 hours. I was like, nope. I don't want to be stuck nowhere.
Yeah.
I want to be able to leave when I want to leave.
Yeah.
I didn't even go.
I've left all of my proms early because I cannot.
It's I'm the opposite. I always seem to leave the prom a little later. I mean, like, no, got there later and
Oh.
then left. Like,
In our day, we had to be there by a certain time.
oh yeah, it wasn't like that.
Were you guys served dinner or anything?
No, oh wait a
See-
minute. Our senior prom, I believe. No, we went. Because my senior.
See, we were served dinner.
No,
So
our
that's
senior
why.
prom wasn't dinner because I believe I went to. I'm trying to think where the hell. Did we go to Brick Alley our senior year?
Oh, fuck me up with some brick alley.
I know. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think if it was because I went to 2 senior proms. I went to my senior prom and I went to class of '95. A girl named Becky asked me to go, and I said yeah. But we went. I do remember for Becky's, they didn't serve dinner for her senior prom, so we had to go to Brick Alley Pub. I don't remember what we did. I don't think we had dinner because I don't think. See. Yeah, my senior prom, Chrissy and I went because we were trying to save money for other things.
Mhm.
So I drove my truck.
Yeah.
I didn't get a limo. I didn't go out because we had. Actually, if you want to know exactly what we did, I know Jerry's like, we got a hotel room for after we spent our money on the after hour, and we had to wait till like what was it like 3 o'clock in the morning? Cops were coming. We had alcohol like stashed everywhere underneath
Yeah.
the bed on top of lights. I believe was it you, Gary, or somebody broke the heater to put alcohol in it, but then broke it on. So it was like 100,000 degrees. It was just blowing out heat the whole time. We were like all like
And
having
you can't open the
t-shirts.
windows.
Yeah, so it was just t-shirts and
Wolf.
like shorts and like whatever we had to kind of like casual clothes.
Yeah.
And we were just like sitting there drinking at 1,000 degrees. And I remember, but before we got there, and I remember Pat, everyone, it was always Pat. He was freaking out because
always Pat.
he's like, cops are going to come and knock on the door. So we hit all the alcohol. We just got to wait for the cops to kind of be done. And so they knocked on our door, walked around, searched everything, and we had hid these things like there's no way. And Pat was I was like, Pat, play it cool, bro.
Yeah.
Okay. I think your father was sitting with him trying to calm him down. I don't remember exactly.
That would be a dad thing to do.
Yeah, because he was like, your dad. If anyone needed to play it cool, your dad always was like coolest person ever. Like no emotions. It was all like, we're just sitting here. We want to be safe and just have a party here. Is there any alcohol here? And we had like food, and we're like, no, we're just eating, and we're just, it's our last time kind of being together.
Yeah.
And they're looking around at us like,
yeah,
yeah, right. And I believe it was a woman cop came in too. Like we had two, a man and a woman, but different times. And then
so you get strippers.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good dad. She's like, did anyone order the?
You sure you don't have any alcohol? It's 100 degrees in here.
And I remember seeing there with the heat on.
That's why the heat was on, so the strippers could.
But I do remember. Is he? Okay, I thought maybe.
No, he hasn't said anything. I did ask him a question, but he didn't care.
He's not really watching. He just turned it on.
He literally got off.
Literally.
Wow. That's gross.
Cruise.
Okay.
Motion of the ocean.
While this is on?
Motion of the ocean.
You're done.
So yeah, so he so the last one left, and it was, I don't know, it had to be like 2 something in the morning. It was real late. I remember thinking like, just fucking go. And then the second he left, it was like, because what happened was, it was at the Doubletree in Middletown.
What's that?
Used to be a Marriott, Doubletree Marriott.
Yeah, okay.
And I don't know if it's still there anymore because I don't even go down there. But we landed up. We saw the police all leave because there was like a lot of police, and they all left. And I think some kids got in trouble because they didn't hide it. They weren't smart. And Pat was freaked, and I understand. Pat was freaked because his father was still in the force or had just retired, but he knew everybody. So it was like, I can get so much trouble for this. And we're like, yeah, we know.
We know who his
and we're going to get in trouble because
he really wanted to be a DJ.
He did have his stuff set up. No, it was before DJ.
This picture like folk music. He's just like, come on, guy.
Bob Dylan. Oh, we are destined. So no. So I remember, and then we drank because it was so late, and we only got this room for a little bit because we figured by the time the senior prom got over, by the time they were done, 2 cops checking, it's like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And I remember, and I think we all met there because I don't remember everyone coming all together because we all got different rides. So if I'm right, I believe your mom didn't go. It was just Gary, like Pat, like it was certain people that came. Chrissy and I both went.
Yeah.
I remember that. There's another part of that story.
I know that part of the story.
And I remember we were like, okay, it's late. We got to get drinking. Like, because that's the point of this. Yeah. And I remember like starting drinking like fishes and like getting like everyone kind of having their moment of being sick. Yeah. If you like, because we went from one extreme to the next. You're like, it's our senior year. We got to, like, we're idiots, because you're young and you're thinking if you don't do this, you're not there. You know what I mean? Like, and I remember being like, we got this room.
Does it say Lisa?
Yes, and I remember being like, "This is it. This is."
Dad said I was still drunk at noon at the senior picnic.
Yeah. We were.
Well, if you didn't start drinking until 3 a.m.
If I'm correct, Gary, I think we were like all on one blanket at the senior picnic, like the whole crew, just laying there, being like, "I hate life." Like we were just like, and I had to tell you something. I don't know how. Well, I was by my senior. I was done. I was done being a senior. I didn't want to even.
Well, I was done being in school at like kindergarten, so.
I can just picture like little you, like first day. Yeah, I'm done with that, Mom. Yeah,
I
that
did
was
not
great
wanna
for
go.
the first like 5 minutes. I got to nap time. And
I didn't want to go to my kindergarten. I mean my preschool graduation.
yeah,
Well, I have a lot of separation anxiety with my mom to
yeah,
begin with, and uh, I
I did
remember
too.
she went to go drop me off and then go to Clements and get flowers
Yeah,
for the teachers and
yeah,
stuff,
yeah.
and I wouldn't let her leave. I was like, I don't spent the whole year at this place.
It was like, bitch, these people are strange now.
Well, there was a lot of people there with their parents
Yeah,
too,
yeah.
so there was
So
a
it's a
lot of
lot of
people I didn't know.
strangers.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I also had a hard time with her leaving pretty much every day, anyways, from what I remember.
Yeah.
But
Because your mom
I
was a
don't remember.
stay-home mom at that time.
She was, yeah,
Especially at this time,
Yeah.
because she doesn't really leave until when you're much older. All
Yeah.
you guys.
yeah.
Because
And
I
it's
was
not like
around when
it's not
she.
like I had activities I was doing anyways at that time. Like I
Yeah.
was at home with mom.
Yeah. All right.
But so she went to drop me off. I was like, "You are not
How
fucking
much
leaving."
younger? How much age difference between you and Sammy?
2 years. So
So
Sammy was like,
yeah, a little.
so how old are
peanut.
you? Like 4.
Yeah, like she was
So
just a
then she
peanut.
was 2
Yeah,
ish.
that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Like,
So she was like, if you stay here, I will buy you Doritos.
fuck yeah.
And I was like, you are staying here. You are not leaving.
Still, like,
She's like, I'm going with you.
she's like, I'll buy you the family bag. She's like, bitch, I don't give a fuck what you
But then, so we're in the car almost at Clemens, which, like, as a kid, like, I felt like it was so far away, but it literally was like, you know,
No, I know exactly what you're talking about.
because my preschool was like right there. It was at that church in that white church. I don't know what it's called, but anyways, so we're almost there, and I was like, wait, why are we going here? Oh yeah, to get me Doritos, and mom was like, no.
My dream gone. Actually, my dad in Middletown, you know the 7-Eleven in Middletown? 7-Eleven, it's right across from the liquor store. Like, I think it's called Chase, Sandy's. It's Sandy's.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's been there since like as long as I can remember. And I remember my dad.
They've expanded.
Yes, but back then it was
Mhm.
like it was really like a small little
Yeah.
hut thing. And I remember my dad used to stop there and get Dr. Pepper and a Slim Jim before he'd go work at like his night job.
Good for him.
And that was like our treat. And it was always like, don't tell mom, even though I know mom knew because yeah. But but it's a guy's night, and even though I was going to his night job, so he was a cleaner, and I remember driving and going thinking we have to be in like California because it was so far away. Like it was away from any place that I knew. Like it became unrecognizable when we went there. It was like, where are we?
Mm-hmm.
Even though I was kind of like 7, 8, like old enough that I shouldn't be that way, but I still was like, I don't really go this way because I was, your shelters as a kid, we all are.
Yeah.
Unless your parents do a lot of driving, but I never went with my dad to work half the time at night, and so when I did, it was like the biggest treat ever. And half the time, as a little kid, and it's dark, you're like, well, I've never seen this road, and you're like, you've driven it every day, but you've never seen it dark, so everything looks like different. You're like, what's going on?
Yeah. The few times, well, every one time we go to work with dad at 22 Bowens, and I just remember that ride used to take forever, and then all of a sudden we get in Newport, and I'm like, where are we?
Yeah.
And
we
even
in
today,
New York.
Like I'm just starting to recognize Newport.
Can I just tell you? We just talked about this. My parents used to drive the motorhome to Melville, and I used to take the 2 kids. This is when they were real little. But we told Marin we went to New York, and she just said, "Remember when we used to go to Buffalo, New York?" And we're like, "No, it was Melville." She still had no clue. We forgot to tell her that it was just. She forgot. I would drive like the long. Like I would probably go to Newport and drive all the way back to just to Melville.
Yeah.
And she was little, so she'd fall asleep. Right? You know how you fall asleep?
I can't navigate Newport, by the way. Ashley said she cannot navigate Newport to save her life.
Yeah, I know.
I can't navigate it. I can just kind of like get to some places.
Okay. I can navigate, but parking's out.
I can get to people's
no
credit
parking because every time I
fuck the parking. I know one place to park.
No, winter.
And if it's full, I'm going home.
Winter, I'm there. Winter, I
You
can
park
park
anywhere.
Summer, I'm like, nope. I don't even go to Newport in the summer. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Because it's like
That's crazy
$100
talk.
just to look at the parking place.
Just to drive
Yeah,
around.
just to drive around, you're like, wow, that's
Just to breathe
$100.
the air.
And so I would drive, and she would fall
And that's the
asleep.
shitty part of Newport.
That's
That's the Middletown Newport line.
She
That's
parks,
the Newport
she parks at
Walmart.
Domino's and walks all the way. She's like, I'm crossing into Newport.
I
She's
just go to the
like,
Walmart
I
down
gotta
there.
eat it. Yeah, I'll be there in about 3 hours. I'm walking.
I'll just see you at home. It's too expensive to
I'm
walk here.
passing Cafe 200 right now.
Where's that? I have no idea.
I don't even think it's there in 2000, whatever it was. I don't even remember. I
Doesn't
don't think it's still there.
Jojo said that
my
was so
God.
funny. Poor Marin.
So I would drive and she'd fall asleep and I'd be like, oh, Marin, you slept for so long. And she'd be like, oh. And she'd be like, I'm like, we're in New York. Because we would go into Melville.
Yeah.
And he would fall asleep too. Now Jay when they were
Yeah.
little.
Do you think
So
he
wait a
did?
minute, I gotta tell this one story.
Okay.
Because this is the best Jay Lee story. And I want to
Okay.
feel because this is where Jay Lee's the best dad in the world.
Okay.
Because I'm the best mom to
Yeah.
her. Jay
Yeah.
Lee's the best dad. My mom keeps telling Niles J, stop going near the woods. There's bears.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're just at that age. But he's at that age where
He doesn't really believe you. He'll test the waters.
Yeah, he's putting his stuff. And Marin's like, I don't want no bear. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Marin's a good girl.
But
She follows the
Marin
rules.
is like 3 steps behind him though. Don't
Yeah.
let like,
Yeah.
like
I'll let you go first.
I'll let you go first.
Yeah.
And then I'll go and then I'll yell at you.
Yeah.
Because she's little.
Yeah.
I got pictures of them. So he gets up there and he keeps doing it. So the next time it's getting nighttime, it's getting really, really dark. And Jay Lee goes, I got an idea because now it's getting dark and he wants to wander. And he goes, she goes, I got an idea. And I go, okay.
She's gonna pretend to be a bear.
She puts
No.
on a fucking black garbage bag, a proper one, so it goes almost all
And she's
over
like this big
her.
anyway. So
I know, so it goes almost all over her. She goes around the motorhome and puts it on so no one sees because the kids are because of the fire, and you know, and we're all sitting there and we all know what's happening. Adults, the kids, and Niles J starts wandering, and my mom said, "Niles J," and he went, "Yeah, I know." And there was like this line that we had invisible, like because you know when they look steps over the line. And Jay Lee comes out of the woods. I jumped because I didn't expect it. Marin is like, oh my God. Like,
yeah. Falling
it's a bear!
Traumatized.
He
Did you ever tell him?
is in full tears. I am crying.
Because you know about it.
I am because I am laughing.
Yeah.
Kids are traumatized.
Yeah.
For the rest. And of course, Jay Lee trips over stuff because she has the bag on her.
Yeah.
Which makes it funnier.
Right.
She's laughing too.
Okay.
Because she ends up laughing like because the kids are traumatized.
Yeah.
And then she takes the bag off. It's just, see, we told you there's bears in there. And I was like, yay! Both kids didn't wander for the rest of the trip.
I don't blame them.
And I was like, I told my parents, I don't think we're ever coming back to Buffalo, New York again. We did.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, but next time we went, he was already
old enough
that he was like,
yeah, okay.
Yeah, I knew it was Jay Lee in the bag, but at that moment, they slept so good. They were like,
that's crazy because I would have been like,
yeah, but they were little, so the adrenaline, they crashed, and they were out cold. And I remember my mom, we were all like, because we didn't know when it was going to happen.
Yeah.
But when she did it, I thought she was going to fall in the fire when she fell. I was like, she's going to burn herself with this.
It would have been hilarious.
No, it was good during the good years. So I was like, don't burn. Yeah, but it was some funny. And couldn't. She came out of that thing and both kids were like, and then, so Marin's like, hey, remember when we used to, I was like, you're going to be 18 soon. It was right across the street. What do you mean?
I think we should tell you.
Yeah, no, you're adopted. No, it was like right across. She's like, wait a minute. I was like, yeah, there's Melville School. There's a camping ground, and Nini and Papa used to have a little section they used to rent out, and they're like, she's like, I thought we really went to New York.
How old was she when she stopped going, or you stopped going?
Still
little.
6. Yeah, so
okay.
she was little. So yeah.
So she had
But
no
we never
reason to believe
said.
otherwise.
We never said. In all fairness to her,
Yeah.
we never said to her, we went to Melville.
Mhm.
It was always, this is where we went, and we kind of forgot about it because it was never mentioned. They went to dog shows. They, Marion grew up, and it was never mentioned until one day we were talking about camping, and she's like, "Oh, we used to go to New York," and it was like, "Oh shit!"
How many people do you think she told?
Yeah. Oh, my Nini and Papa.
Hey, remember?
We used to go to
maps. That's like crossed out for you said. That's been crossed out for so long, and that's just a fill.
She has the magnets for her car. She's like, Buffalo, New York, been there.
That poor kid.
She's like crying, ripping it down. I've never been to all these lines.
She's gonna go one day now. Like Melville.
She's looking around like,
why? Buffalo?
She's like,
why Buffalo?
Well, it was like, because it was New York, and it wasn't too far. Because the fact was, it's in the woods, Buffalo. It's not in the city.
I just didn't know
New York City.
That's such a random place to pick, so I didn't know what.
Well, we were trying to be like, we're going to New York. It's a long way away, and we're trying to be like, Buffalo is more of a suburb type of, not a city like New York City. Like it's hard to be camping in New York City. Can you imagine? I went camping in New York. There's bears. I was almost mauled by one.
They were just people in costumes trying to take pictures and steal your money, but
It was super, super. I don't know. It's kind of black baggish though.
It was a big black bear. Actually, it's kind of a cub. She's not tall.
Yeah, it's true. Oh
I'm not tall either, but
when she was that little, she would have been like, this thing was huge.
I remember almost being taller than her when I was like 10. How tall is Jaylee?
No clue. I have no clue.
Just above midget, or?
You know what the funny part is that my 3 relationships is with Sue, who is shorter than me. Well, actually, Chrissy's shorter than me. Sue's shorter than me. Jaylee's shorter than me, and Shannon's like towers over me.
Yeah.
And it's always
now you're the short end of the stick.
She kisses me on the forehead. I'll be like, thanks. I'm the bitch. But I literally friggin' died. She came out, and I gotta tell you, it worked. The kids never walked. See, that's the
you gotta do what you gotta do.
That's the fuck around and find out shit in my day. It was like, oh, you want to go? You go. You see how that she came out of those woods. And the fact that we were all like looking like Marin, and then I felt like we all looked at her like, oh yeah, well we never really told you, so how would you know? Like we all have that moment like. Really? Like you don't know, and it's like, well, no one really sat her down and said, hey,
that didn't actually happen.
That didn't really happen. So see,
damn,
I blew up some serious dreams.
Why did you say that you went to New York though? Why couldn't you just say that you were going to Melville to make it more fun?
Well, we wanted it to be like a big adventure. So because we were talking about like how we were kind of doing that whole like we're going camping.
Like, I can't show him. That'll have to be next one because it's on my phone.
Let's save the. All right.
What about later?
All right. So, well, the object was my mom was like, "Listen, we want to make this real special, make this really big, like big, like." So we wanted both kids to kind of have like a bragging moment when you're little.
Well, I'm sure Marin bragged about it until about like what 3 weeks ago.
She's almost 18. She's like,
that could have been like the 18th birthday present. You're an adult.
Happy birthday! It was just Melville.
But it took so long. I slept for so long. Yeah, like 5 minutes.
And the best part was, I remember all the time I go, "Hey, Jaylee," she goes, "I'm going with your parents." She's like, why are you going with my parents? I don't want, because she didn't want to drive, because I would have to drive.
Oh yeah.
And I would go ridiculous. Like
Mhm.
I'd go Wapping Road. I would go so far, and because Niles J was a little bit older, I had to drive
Right.
for him to kind of fall asleep.
Sure.
And then once they fell asleep, then I could go, and then it'd be like, "Wake up! I just fell asleep." I'm like, "It must have just felt like that, but you've been sleeping for like hours."
3 minutes. That's the worst. Like when you only sleep for like a couple minutes.
But you're like, "You've been sleeping for hours." I'm like, "I have." Like I literally went to sleep.
Mm.
Oh, my worst nightmares happened.
Uh-oh.
I forgot. I didn't even tell you this, so this is like news for you.
This is your worst nightmare?
My worst nightmare.
You're pregnant?
I told you to pull out, but you wanted the feeling. No, now you're gonna leave me for a younger woman. No, okay. No. Yesterday, I woke up at 5 o'clock,
That is the worst nightmare.
and I'm sitting there, and I know my alarm clock should go off at a certain time, and it doesn't go off. And it's hours later. Like it's when I flip open my alarm, because I have it on an old phone. I flip it
Yeah.
open, and it's dead.
Your phone?
Like the phone is off. So I go, okay, I must have hit this off or something. So I, whatever, go to
And it's
work.
5 o'clock? No?
Huh?
It's 5 o'clock now?
No.
This
Like,
is hours after.
yeah, because I don't check it
Yeah.
until I was like, okay, it should be going off now. Like,
Mm.
and I literally was watching TV. I was
Oh,
like
okay.
one of those wide awake.
Okay, so you were
situation.
awake. You just
Wide
weren't.
awake.
Okay, so it's not like you fell asleep and then
No.
this is like
Right.
4 years later.
So then I'm like, oh, okay. So I go to work, come home that night, go to click onto the thing onto the phone. And all of a sudden I turn on, and all of a sudden I notice, like, oh, I have full charge, and I was like, did I turn it off by accident? No, I might turn it off. Think, like shut off the alarm, but shut off the phone.
Mm-hmm.
So I left it on. I went to sleep. Right before I went to bed, I checked it one more time to make sure.
Well, send it to me in Messenger. Maybe I can open it this time, and I will show it to him.
Do it. Oh, now we're we got the whole Jeffords family on here. We're in trouble.
I think Doug logged off. Oh no, we have 6 people, so he must still be on.
He's still on. So
all right, my messenger is coming up, so you better you got to send it now while it's working. I know.
So this morning,
Mm-hmm.
I
What did it say? Sorry, caps lock.
What,
Zach? I left the trash.
Okay, Sammy, we hear you. So
why are you yelling?
Oh, we hear you.
God damn! What a
Jefford
pushy. This thing is on. This thing is on. Will we get to this? I don't know.
Probably not.
All right.
Next week on the Groovy. No, so this
we still won't get to it.
I love.
Stop.
Can I just tell you? I love the fact that we had no topics for like 3 weeks,
and
then we're like, we're not going to do topics. Don't do topics now. So I'm like, yeah, I think we need to do a topic. Fine, do a topic, right? Okay. I spent day and night looking up shit, and then you're like, I got a topic today, and I'm like, perfect.
Well, I had a topic last week. I said I was going to do this topic.
Yes, you did. But how many times did you say you're going to do something and you don't do it?
Okay, ready for Save the Date?
Yes. Okay. Yes, I said No! People I can't believe your husband even did your soon-to-be husband was like, this is a great idea.
We did like a silly
my
little...
toes are getting so clammy right now. Like my toes just like, when the house falls on the witch? That's what my feet feel like right now. Like I just want to curl up. My palms.
What's worse?
My palms are sweating.
They are sweaty. What's worse? That?
Are you two doing it?
Or me touching belly button?
Oh, it's a tie. It's a tie.
Belly
button's worse.
Belly button's worse. Okay.
But that's a close second. That is like,
hey, I didn't get to see that. I'll save me for it.
Well, you don't want to see that. I need to drink again. Get over it.
Did I even?
Okay.
Is yours on?
Mine's on.
Okay. We didn't check at first, so.
So,
Me neither.
Me either. Okay, just show it one more time. Oh my god.
Well, I don't know if my messenger is gonna come up.
It will. Right here it comes right up. Boom. Because
Oh.
you know why it's gonna come on? Because I don't want it to come back on.
This is Jane Jeffords.
Perfect.
I did click Sammy, and Sammy disappeared, so that's pretty cool. Oh, that's. Hey.
There it is. I told you it's gonna come back up. Ow! Save the my feet.
If you look closely, can you look closely?
I see the ring. I see the ring. I see the ring. Oh Jesus! What is wrong with you people? I hope one of you. This is the first time.
What'd she say?
She loves it. Is there any Jeffords who agree with me that this is the most awkward thing I've ever seen in my life? Oh my god, my palms are
Where is the? Are we live?
Yeah, we're live.
Where? Because it's not on here.
There it is. That's last week's. That's last week's. Oh, you know it is.
No, it's this week. We have 5 people on.
After that, I'm surprised we still have. It's just your family that saw that.
Yeah,
They're like,
true.
oh, that's normal for us.
I said, "Oh no, I think it's disgusting." I suggested it as a joke, and they ran with it. Not
Oh,
nearly
okay.
as awkward as you and Niles. What's awkward? I don't know what's awkward.
No, it's as near. It's not as nearly as awkward as you, Niles. Yes, I'm awkward.
Yeah. Okay. Do we want to do a topic or?
I didn't finish my story.
Oh yeah. What are you talking about? Sorry about it.
Oh,
this is the one time Sammy's on, and it was just for that. She was gonna print it out for me, so that way you could have a physical copy of it.
No physical copy. It's bad enough you and her. How does she get her husband to do that? Like the fact that they are
no questions asked.
They're meant to be together.
They
forever.
are meant to be.
Yes, but the fact that they think that was a brilliant idea, when he was like, oh, "Let's toe clamp each other. That'd be so hot."
Topic is feet.
No,
it was not the first time. They actually hold hands like that. That's how they cuddle at night.
That's foreplay.
That's how they hold hands on the couch like that.
They know that's frisky time when the toes go to lock. It's like, oh, it's that time.
It's after, actually.
Mid spooning. No, gross. Can you imagine being? No, see, you don't mind it. I can imagine being in bed and someone's toes be wrapped around, be like, "Hey, honey," be like, "Oh no, what are you doing? No, your toes are going between my toes.
That is
there could be toe jam somewhere, please. No,
jam.
No, or some piece of sock in there. Gross, sock, lint. Go away. Oh, you're so sweaty. Ah. I'm so traumatized.
I wish that your face was more in it.
I know.
Doing that whole thing.
No, I don't want my face in any of it. Toes. Listen.
So no toe sucking.
Yeah, listen. If it gets you there and you come right out of the shower,
so what if I said?
I might. But the fact that these random people holding toes together, we don't know when, how long those shoes have been on.
And Sammy's feet are disgusting.
Oh, no, don't say that.
I think they used to be, because have you ever smelled those ballet flats?
No. I
Dude,
didn't. She did ballet?
No.
Oh.
But they were like the...
She wore them all the time.
No, they're called ballet flats.
Oh.
It was like the shoes that like do this.
Yeah. And they,
the slipper shoes, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about now.
So she would wear these things forever.
Did they curl because they were so... Did she have sweaty feet?
She would take them off in the car. 2 seconds later, we're like, Sammy, put those fucking things back on. That is so gross. I wish I was kidding. I'm not kidding. It would waft up to my dad first, and Dad's like, get those out of here.
Sammy said that's how you and I hold hands, Jesse. Yes, because there's a picture of you guys. Mm-hmm. What was it, Christmas? Yeah, doing it. And I was like, no.
I can't find that picture.
Thank God. That's been burnt. And it's on the computer. Oh, my God. The fact that both of you were like, hey, okay.
It's because you sent me that thing.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
I sent you. Someone did like a meme about it,
Yeah.
and I went, "This is the most disgusting thing." And you said, "This is brilliant. Let me invite my sister." And then your sister said, "Let me invite my future-be husband because if he can't do it, I don't feel safe."
Yeah,
with
pass. You can take the ring back.
I just,
Put the ring back on his toe.
I picture Jake, right? Is it
Jake.
Jake. I picture him drunk on the other side. She's like, "Quick, put the toes in. Put the toes in." Jake's like, "Oh."
They were holding toes for a while too.
So you took the pictures,
No,
right?
Sammy took. Kelsey took the pictures.
Yeah, but you went for the photo shoot, right?
Yeah, so we did like this cute little photo shoot, and of course we had to do some JCPenney photos.
Oh yeah. Oh, did you do? Oh.
And then we ended.
Please tell me he has a picture of her like laying down and he's sitting on her like it's some funky position.
There's some weird positions.
Yeah, like
for
funny,
sure. But
like
she's
JCPenney,
not.
like
she's not doing a wheelbarrow or anything.
Oh yeah, like that.
But they are doing like some weird.
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, I like the.
And then Ashley suggested us at the end, and that's how we ended it.
Fucking Ashley! I knew I didn't like that kid. So annoying. Oh, I'm still clammy. I can't even. No, I can't.
Okay.
Mm.
Do you need some time? Should I leave you here? Do we need to end this now? Should have waited till the end.
No, that's. Oof. So you thought that was good.
So should this one be called Save the Date?
No, then she had to put a ring back on her finger. Oh God, it's gonna stink.
Did you
wash it?
Definitely not.
Definitely not washed it, or definitely not put it back on her finger.
Washed it.
Oh no, I can't. I know it's yours, like it's your own. No, I couldn't do that. You know what my problem is? I have clammy feet.
I'm still shuddering several days later. You fucking suggested it.
Oh wait,
so that's on you.
Oh yeah, she agrees with me. Ashley's on my train.
Yeah, she's on your train.
Oh, good. That's odd, but that's. I feel like that picture was just to bust my chops. It was like, hey, what can we do to get Niles?
It's just so funny because Sammy asked to do these pictures, but it wasn't. I don't think it was supposed to be like this whole thing. We made it into a whole thing. Kelsey's like, I got my camera, my best camera. And
how many cameras does she have? Like her OK camera?
Well, she has like that good picture camera.
The one you just developed. I got the good one. Hold on. Click, click. Oh, we're out. Disposable one.
You blinked.
I only had 20 on these.
Yeah. I know I suggested it, but it still grosses me out.
But
anyway, so Kelsey got her like Canon camera.
I'm surprised she can talk, being in the bathroom so much.
I know.
We're trying to timestamp this. If no one believes her, she could be like, "See, on the podcast they talk."
So Kelsey brought her camera. All of a sudden, like I took over for whatever reason. I'm like, I'm gonna be the person.
Oh, did you do the click? Did you do?
No, Kelsey was taking the pictures.
Yeah,
I was director.
Oh.
So I like searched up a bunch of things. Ashley was pretty much on dog duty. She was helping too, but I was like, yeah, bitch, whatever. And I'm like scrolling.
She was on Zoo Patrol.
She was on Zoo Patrol. Well, it was just the two dogs, just Bryant and Kirby.
Right.
But still.
Oh yeah.
And then we just.
Oh, is this at her house?
It was at Ashley's house. Oh, she offered her house.
Oh yeah.
Because she had like the blank wall or whatever.
Yeah. I thought it was at their house.
No,
they
it
have
was
a zoo.
Yeah. It was at Ashley's house.
No, I get it now. Sorry.
And like we just like I was like, all right, you guys ready? Let's go. And we did this. How long did it take? Like 2 hours, maybe less than that.
Yes.
Outfit change after outfit change.
OnlyFans opens. Work it, Sammy. Work it.
I was the dog manager while Essie directed the photos and Kelsey was the photographer. I don't know who Essie is, but
listen, she's busy.
Jessie, Essie, Bo, Bessie.
Perfect. That's exactly what she was aiming for. She was like, I was trying to type that, but autocorrect one.
Yeah, I don't know how autocorrect you should. From Jessie to Essie. Maybe an hour and a half total from the time they walked into the door to when everyone left.
It's
Essie is the boss lady.
Version of Jessie. you
And
change.
let me tell you, she took control.
I'm not feeling this, Sammy. I want more tears. More tears.
Well, we kept saying to Sammy, like, when we were doing the JCPenney ones, we're like, Sammy, you can't smile. Because they kept trying to smile.
Dead serious, yeah.
But then she like went into like murder phase. We're like, no, less, just play.
Murder face. She's like, you're scaring us. You bring it back. Bring it back.
Sammy, don't look like you're gonna kill someone.
She's like, the dogs are curring in the corner. What is wrong? She's like, Sammy has her murder face on. I love the fact that you actually have a name for it. Like
a murder face?
Yeah.
She literally looked like she was about to kill somebody. I was like, Sammy, like relax your face a little bit though.
Yeah, I can see Jacob like, never been that face before. Hold on, can I have that ring back? It's scaring me.
But you know, it's a little awkward, like when
I was trying to be serious. See?
Yeah,
Sam was trying to be serious. She went deep. She went. I'm not laughing.
She's even frowning in that.
She's like picturing her fucking dog get taken. She's like, She had a John Wick face on.
And that's why she's a rescue pit bull. Oh my god. So Ashley, we call Jake a golden retriever because he has a golden retriever vibes.
Jake.
So, Jake,
okay, yeah, okay.
So Sammy, I guess I wasn't there for it, but Ashley, Sammy, and Mom were in the car.
Yeah.
And they were talking about what like people would be.
Right.
And
get it.
Ashley said that Sammy is a rescue pit bull. Like that's
super nice to the owner, vicious to strangers.
Right. So then we were talking about it the other day, and I was like, "Well, what dog would I be?" And Ashley was like, "Probably just like a pit bull."
Says the cat raised by a dog.
And then I said to Ashley, "Well, because I was like, well, what would like Ashley and I be?"
Right.
And I looked at Ashley and like, "Are you more of a cat?" I'm just trying to think of like any dog that would like relate to her, and I'm like, I think you're more cat than you are dog. And then Sammy said cat raised by dogs.
Right. But just for the record, we had Ashley here earlier, and it was so nice to see her. But I just want the fact that you called her out that her dog is a carbon copy of her.
I did.
And the worst part was I was like, oh yeah. God, that makes sense.
Yeah. Oh, Ashley also said that I could be a border collie at all work.
Yeah. I think the cat works perfect. Hates people. Doesn't eat too much.
No, she said that I would be a border.
Yeah.
But
no.
yeah.
No, I said her would be
perfect.
Oh yeah,
for the she's cat. Definitely a cat. She's no dog in there.
I know. Well, we had Fred, right? Fred was the cat.
Yeah.
I remember that cat would just take 3 steps down the steps, look at us, and walk right back up. I was like, did I just see a cat? And they're like, oh, it's Ashley's. I didn't know you had a cat. It never comes down. It just lives up there. We're like,
I was terrified of that cat.
Were you?
That's the reason why I'm afraid of cats.
Really?
Yeah, because he would sleep with Ashley and attack her feet at night. So she would wake up with like scratches everywhere. And I'm like, I don't fucking want that. So then I would just think that this cat was just like this cat would just like
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I knew Fred, and I knew because I would.
But he would always sleep in my bed, and I would walk in my room, and I'm like, "Somebody come get this."
He came downstairs. I thought your mom said he never came down.
Well, at the time.
There. Oh, okay, that's right.
When we swapped rooms, and like if we were to leave the door open,
he
would come and lay on my bed
because
I don't like him. So he's like, "I'll take this."
And I went, "Is that a cat?" Kind of like your
same in the musical. Sammy doesn't like Cats the musical.
Oh yeah, I don't like that either. Have you seen the movie? That's traumatizing.
Not the new one.
It's like their face is like over here and their body's over there. You're like, it's like that. Like CGI is the worst of that movie. I watched like 2 minutes of it. And I was like,
yeah, I have no desire to watch it.
Yeah, I
because
thought
I'm such an original person that I can't. Not original person, but original. Like
I know what you mean. No, I usually like musical. Like I like musicals, so I'm like, okay, I can watch this. And then I got like 3 minutes. I was like, now I know, because sometimes they say it's bad.
Yeah.
And it's like okay. And I was like, oh, I get what they're saying is bad, but because it doesn't fit into movie, format, if you will. But it was bad. I'm like, nope.
Fred was technically mom and dad's, but I was his human, and they were just there to feed him. Honestly.
Really? Because I remember your mom saying, "No, that's Ashley's cat." I do. I
Because the
remember.
cat picked Ashley.
And she goes, "Oh,
I think they were the
because I
same.
kept saying I never see a cat down
She
here."
was like a baby when they got Fred.
Because I remember when Fred was getting older. I know Fred's not with us, but I remember it was like, oh.
I know Fred's not with. Yeah, I hope not. You know how old that thing would be? Almost 30.
Yeah, well, I've seen cats live almost. Yeah.
That's a skinwalker right there.
Skinwalker. You're like, whoa.
He was like skin and bones by the end.
Hey, anyone that liked Ashley in those years had to kind of be a skinwalker. I still, because I feel like I was like, when did? Because I remember being at your house because that in the beginning I was over a lot. I remember like
she was barely a year old when I got Fred. See, I said you were a baby.
So I literally remember being like, when do you guys get a cat? Like, because I remember being
How old are you, Ashley? That long ago.
No, but it was like, I had been there like 100 times. I had gone upstairs and helped your dad. Like, I had done so many things, and I was like, when do you guys get a cat? I was like, where did this come from?
Yeah.
Isn't that I might be wrong on this, but didn't after Fred go is when you guys got the hedgehog? Or was it?
No, it was way after that.
Oh.
It was after.
Yeah,
Fred,
yeah.
It was like way after Fred.
Because I remember that.
Ashley was 11 months old. Yes, so she was a baby. Come on, people. Good grief!
Your mom just heard that part.
She was 11 months old. 32.
Baby, 18, because of 18 and a
18
baby.
days and 42 minutes and 33 seconds. Old when we got him.
24 months old. 48 months old.
Good grief, people. She was a baby.
Quick, interlock your toes with me.
Everyone hold toes. She was a baby. Is that polyuria? Baby. Oh my god, did you see that video I sent you? Okay.
With all the signs. What
was a video or was a tag?
It was a tag, and you said to add to your side. Like, I was like, no. I was like, perfect. I wanted to write back, perfect. So I know everyone doesn't get it, but I do this joke where I do like, what are you saying? And I always do a J at the end because I know that's real sign language. She goes, you know, nothing was real until the end. You put J, and I went, yeah, I know. Did you know? And I was like, yeah, it's J. Like, it's the simplest one to do. We laughed about that for like a half an hour.
Yeah, my cheeks hurt right now.
No, not as funny as that video you showed me with the lady with the 5 chins trying to get into the thing. And I was like, with the peaches. I'm like, what is wrong? What is wrong with people?
I don't know.
So are you ready for this TikTok lockout? Could be.
Okay, here I have 2 sides that I'm
okay.
on.
Okay.
It's gonna be really good
you're
for me.
generation than I am, so I want to hear this.
Wait, hold on. Let me read.
Oh, yeah.
We just wanted to make it very clear that I wasn't old enough to pay adoption fees for the cat. Part of me is like really upset about it because I've learned a lot from TikTok. Like I've learned different things in life.
Right, like life hacks.
Yes.
Like that type of stuff.
Or life things in general.
Okay. Because I've found a lot of
and I find a lot of recipes on there.
That is true. I have too. And I always send them to Shannon like, oh, see this? Mm-hmm. I've seen some crap things too, though.
Yeah.
Someone's cooking with their feet. You're like,
Can't eat. Everybody has. But the other part of me is like, maybe I'll actually get off my phone. And I won't be in doom scrolling. But then I'll just be on a different website. So.
Yeah. I don't really watch TikTok.
And TikTok has a different. It knows a different part of me than like Facebook does.
Yeah.
Facebook is like our humor.
Yes.
And I go for that. And like Facebook, I don't have to have the sound on. That's just like if I'm on the phone with somebody and just like or like if I'm just like with somebody and we're like watching TV.
Right.
I gotta be doing something else too. I can't just watch TV.
I can't. I need focus. I am one of those people.
It's usually shit we've already watched,
oh,
so
okay,
it's like
well,
I don't care.
That's different. That's different.
But if I'm by myself, then I'm watching TikTok because with the sound on, and that's like a whole different vibe than Facebook or Instagram or whatever.
Shannon and I seem to always bicker. We're like, "We're on your phone. What are you doing?" She's always on Facebook, like checking things all the time. Yeah. I am Googling. I am the Google geek. Like I'll watch something to be like, "No, this can't be real." I'll be like, we were like a Bake Off thing.
Oh hi.
And at the Harry Potter Bake Off.
Yeah.
We were watching that, right? And they said something. I was like, "Is that a thing? Is that a thing? Is that a thing?" They're like,
Kirby.
And she goes, "I've never heard of it, but like, I need to like, it's my walking library of like information."
Yeah.
So I find myself 9 out of 10 times like Googling everything. Like, I don't know why. It's just like if I don't know something, or the worst is the word I don't know. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. Just watch the show. I'm like, no.
I gotta know.
He's like,
yeah.
I don't know. I never could say it, but or spell it. Be like,
let's guess. My customer does like a word challenge every time she's in my chair. So she does like the New York Times, like the Wordle. Yeah. She does connections, and it's called Spelling Bee. And
I can't do any of that.
I can't either. Well, I guess I'm getting better at it, but
she's like, click, click. That's with the B, honey.
No, I'm bad at it, but she is like a very intelligent woman.
Right, yeah.
And so we were doing Spelling Bee today, and I kept saying words, and she's like, "Oh no, it's spelled like this," and I'm like, "See," and that's why I hate this language, because I can't fucking like. I can't spell.
The dogs heard Kirby and their ears perked up.
Aww. Kirby.
Oh, he's sleeping. He's laying back down again.
He's not sleeping. His eyes are wide awake.
Okay, just for the, I'll give a shout out to, we found out that your dog is not a mix like we thought.
No.
Not a mix.
100%.
100%.
Pity. I think he's growing into his face a little bit more.
Yeah, well, he's going to do a lot more growing.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, well, actually, he's going to do a little more
up,
a lot out.
Yeah,
he'll broaden up, and that usually is like in that 3 or 4. Yeah. He'll start to thicken up.
Yeah,
and then when he hits you, you'll be like, even though he's not the type, but usually with those dogs, they like to hit you right in the back of the knee, and you're like, man down.
Yeah.
Dead leg.
I didn't need that one. I have another one.
Like,
this is where I die.
I hope I lay in your bed.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
we love you.
I'm just laughing at this whole like. So I don't watch TikToks at all.
Oh,
really.
okay.
And most of the time, you send me stuff, and that's usually when I'll actually click on. But I'll once in a blue moon go through like my thing is my friends like share reels or those type of things, and then I end up sharing to you because then I said like I have a few friends that has a sense of humor, and I'll be like, oh yeah, Jesse needs to see this, and then you don't see it. I have to wait.
Well, I see it, just not when you want me to.
No, I know.
But I gotta commit to that. That's gotta have enough.
Yeah, I know.
For me to like scroll through it.
You do. You can't be a one pop deal. You're like, and sometimes
because I forget about Messenger for a long time, and I'm like, oh shit, I should probably like check on that. I'll forget about like it existing, but I will still send it to you because that's on
Thursday when we see each other. Did you see that? Oh no, you got to see this.
Right.
I'm like, why did you send it? No. You need to see this.
Yeah.
And you're like, yes. Oh no.
You just know I don't see it.
I know you don't. I just post the next one and go, she's gonna do the plethora of bing 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 bing.
Sorry about it. Don't send me anything if you don't want the bing bing.
No, I don't mind the bing bing. It's the boom I don't want.
Delete. Yeah, so I mean, it is what it is. I'm not. It's gonna be something else instead of TikTok that we'll get.
I don't know what it is lately, and I don't know how you feel, but I feel like Facebook is becoming failbook because we're really having so restrictions and so many craziness that I've been kind of like, and this AI thing is not. I do not like.
I don't like the AI.
And the fact that I'm almost at a point now that AI is so good that I question every picture
Yeah, you don't
now.
believe
So
anything.
now I'm starting not to believe anything on it.
Mhm.
So the big thing is blah blah blah. It's dead. Let me Google this.
Yep.
No, he's like, and then I'm like, because every time I see with Shannon, Shannon's like, oh, did you hear so and so died? Did you Google it? Yeah, I Googled it. It's on Fox News. Oh, okay. It's
Yeah.
always like, I don't believe it.
Yeah, because there's so many false things. Or it's like the link's like, oh, I can't believe these 3 people died. And it's like,
Yeah. And it's like from 1982, you're like, yeah,
Yeah.
I think we all know.
oh, you click on the link and it doesn't even take you to what the thing says. I'm
I
like,
imagine
thanks.
because you to a point when I see something, I don't even click on the links. I
Yeah, I
just
don't
go,
click on them
I
either.
like I could care less. It could be 100% true,
Mhm.
and I go whatever. I
Yeah.
actually finally heard on the radio this morning a sad story about the fire. It was a producer that does the History Channel, and his family's and the producer's family's house got burnt down,
Oh.
and they got out, but a lot of their pets didn't. But it was someplace they lived. They only have one house. Was all
Yeah.
they had, and they were talking about how like the neighborhood had like certain people that work behind the scenes, which they
Yeah.
don't make that type of money. They make money,
Yeah.
but they don't make that type of money.
Yeah.
And they were talking about how these beautiful houses that they had worked hard for, and I was like, now I'm sad. Now it hit me like
Yeah.
that. I get that. That's what, unfortunately, the stuff I know I don't want to hear, but I want to hear not because I heard again. Want to hear the list? No, I don't want to hear the list of celebrity people because they're always big names, and then you go, they're big names for a reason.
Yeah.
I saw one. It's like, oh, did you see the Oscar got burnt? And I was like, if you're worried about trophies, if that's what you're worried about, then there wasn't anything that important in the house. Because
Mhm.
at the end of the day, no one takes that trophy away. Your name's always going to be in 92, you won this trophy.
Yeah.
But it's the other stuff, like personal stuff, like, your kids made you a Father's Day card when they
Mhm.
were 5, and now they're 30, and you miss, and now that's the stuff I want to
Yeah.
see, not, and it's like they always do. And I think to myself, that's the stuff I want to hear. What is your generation thinking? Oh no, not an Oscar. Like who's biting on that? They show a an area that's all burnt and the
Mhm.
Oscar all burnt up,
Yeah.
and I go, I don't. First of all, I think it's real. Could be AI because it's so
Yeah.
good now. I feel like I'm looking
Well,
at
what's with the AI thing? I saw a post that was like the house that they used for Hannah Montana burnt down, but it
right,
really didn't. It was just a picture of a different house
right,
from like forever ago,
right,
but CNN or something posted it, and then
right.
they like retracted it, like, oh, we
Right,
fucked up.
we believed it. Like we
Yeah.
believed this bullshit.
Yeah.
And it's like I'm almost at a point where they're so worried about lies being on the internet that there's now they're allowing the lies in it. It
Mhm.
was like we didn't want political, and I'm not as far as I want to go, views because everyone has a way of um moving it left
Twisting
and
it.
right.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. But then we're going to do AI that's 100% fake?
Right.
That doesn't make
That doesn't
sense.
make sense to me either.
How I was watching a video of someone singing and I was like, oh, that's fake. But I had to do the whole like look at their mouths and see if they get like because there's little
Mhm.
and that's going to be cleaned up in the next 5 years or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I will never know if it's really.
Yeah.
I'll be like, I don't even know. That's scary shit
It's scary.
because then the news won't be the news anymore. And then I won't even know if
Well,
two
the news
people.
isn't the news now, anyways.
I don't even know if two people were actually holding toes or that was AI generated. Please tell me it was
I was
AI.
there.
I'm surprised you didn't get involved.
Not my wedding. They
She's
should have
like,
the maid of honor couldn't be part of it.
I love how I was waiting for you to be like, I asked twice. Sammy said, not with my noon-to-be husband. He was like, I'm gay. It's okay.
I should have stuck my foot in there. That would have been hilarious.
No, it wouldn't.
I just look in the middle.
Your toes is the in between for the two.
No. Gotta get past me, bitches. All right, I think we gotta go.
Is it about
It's
that
only
time?
8:00.
Can I just I know we say this all the time, but we literally sit there. What time is it? Oh, we gotta get dinner ready. We gotta get everything ready. We're not gonna be done. We're sitting here at 6:40. Like now what? Then all of a sudden it's like, oh my God, it's 7:00, and then it's like, oh man, we've been doing this forever. We've been talking forever.
It felt like it. No, in a good way. Like in a good way. It just felt like I was like, oh shit, like what time is it? 8 o'clock. Literally on the dot.
It's how we drive to Buffalo.
It's the Buffalo.
It's Baron's birthday.
This podcast went all the way to Buffalo and back.
It's Baron's birthday on Friday. Should be 18. I'm old. I have 2 officially adult
My baby
children.
sisters is all grown up.
Yep. I know. Remember that? She used to call you sisters. I want to go see my sisters. Who's your sister? Because we'd be like, who's your sisters? She's like, my sisters. And he goes, and Uncle Gary. And then Auntie, I was like, oh, yeah, okay. I know. Well, how are they your sisters? Okay.
Cousins, I guess. No,
hey, whatever.
I mean, we were with you guys a lot. So.
Yeah, I was like, all right.
Basically.
I still have the picture of you.
Happy birthday. She's so big now.
She is.
She's a big girl now.
She's all grown up. So we're going to Chili's on Friday.
Oh, that's the best Mexican restaurant. Uh-huh.
I was aiming for yum-yums.
I know. But that 4 o'clock was full.
3:30, super crowded.
Yeah.
I was like, no.
They're like, oh, you guys?
We don't have enough shrimp. Sorry. Ketchup's all gone.
You guys talked about the Olympics too much.
There he is!
Oh,
there's the Curbs. That's the most famous Pokemon of all time.
yes. Oh. Excuse me, Prince. Okay.
Okay, none of that on this podcast. None of that on this podcast, please.
I just want to be held. Okay. Chew my face off.
Wormy.
Kirby
No,
Wormy.
he's been worm. She has to.
We call him Wormy. Did we tell you his real full name? His full name is Curbiton Clyde Toady. What's his last name? Toady. Because it's just easier when you go to the vets. T-O-T-I instead of J-E-F-F-E-R-D-S. That nobody knows how to spell it, even though you spell it to them. D-S or E-S?
It's, you know what it is? I feel like with your last name is like the phone number.
Yep.
When someone says 683, and you're like, I know you know it, but slow down.
I don't know how I can make E-R-D-S any clearer.
No, I always get people.
E as in Eric, R as in Rebecca, D as in Dick, S as in Meg.
This is exactly how your dad spells his name.
Oh no, my mic.
Oh no.
My puffball.
Oh no.
We lost the puffer.
Oh no.
We lost a little puff.
Right there.
Oh.
Get it before he eats it.
I know.
You lost your head.
How's the thing on?
After the way you explained your last name, it's on.
Yeah. What were we talking about? Oh, the last name. Yeah. So
I always seem to get people on the phone that always go 683-9422, and I would go, okay. I know you know it that fast. Slow down. I love the people.
You know what I've realized?
I love the people who make the last two numbers instead of 4.
Yes.
I think that's brilliant. It's like 9422. Oh, 9422. 13.
I don't like that.
I do. I like that because I feel like in my head.
In my head, that doesn't make sense because I'm like, okay, what are the last 2 numbers then?
You know, if you put 94.
I know. But in my head, I'm like, you're missing numbers. You know what I mean?
I don't. I go, okay, that makes sense. It's when they're like 1, 1, 3, 2, and I'm like, 1.
I was actually just talking to Sammy and Ashley about this, but when I say a phone number, if the 0 is in the first 3 So not the area code, but the first three.
Okay.
So like 602.
602. Okay.
I say 0.
Right.
But if it's in the last 4, it's an O.
Oh.
So like 603 7014.
Oh, no,
But I
do that.
never do it the other way.
I do 401. I never say 401.
I say 401. But then it's
you're breaking your own rule here.
But then it's 603.
Okay. Wow, I didn't even think, because I don't feel like I ever have that. It's always 683, 94, 924.
HJY, yeah.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah. It's always something in that manner.
Yeah,
but I don't think I ever had the 0.
I'm with Jess on this.
Oh, here we go.
Did I get it from you?
Yeah, here we go. Traits.
It's because of the separation anxiety.
No Doritos for you. Now I have to say
0. He knows.
Now, do you get thrown off if when someone does it different though?
No.
So if someone says 0, like 603,
no,
instead of 60 when you're writing
me that way.
So
it's just the way I say it.
You just say it, but mentally it doesn't click in. I gotcha.
No.
I gotcha. Because there's some things that I do that I feel like when other people do, I go, you're not. I don't know what you're saying, because
I don't like the teens or the 20s or whatever. Like I don't like when it's a double number at the end.
Oh, so I do. I like that. My brain goes, because I feel like I'm only remembering 2 numbers, not 4.
I have one customer who says her phone number in like a tune-ish way, and
that's she sings it. Like she sings it
a little bit.
Do you know that's how I learned how to answer the phone? I used to pick up the phone.
8675309.
I know. I used to pick up the phone.
My dad used to do that to me all the time. I'm like, okay, he'll make me call someone, and then be like, okay, what's the number? Back in the day when you had a phone that you had to type in the number, 867-509.
Because he said it so clearly, you'd be like, it's so real.
Yeah. I got to like the 5309. I'm like, you fucking bitch.
You're on the 309. You're like 309. Wait a minute, no, that's not right.
Yeah.
I used to do that. I used to be like, good morning, Perry Splash Pooch. Good morning, Perry Splash Pooch. That's when I was 18, and I was learning how to. And when
you had a lot of pep in your drive.
I felt, it was like, good morning, Perry Splash Pooch, and I felt like for the longest time I sang it like it was like, good afternoon, Perry Splash Pooch. Like it was like so drilled into me. It was like, ha 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 ha. And one day, because I was only 18, there was an older woman working. She goes, I feel like you can't say it another way. And I was like, of course I can. I picked it up. I was like, good morning, Paris. Oh, God, I can't. I can't. It's like, because it's like, I get that, like, 1 + 1 in my brain. Like, it was just like, I only know how to do it like this. And now it's like, good morning, Hush Pooch. Like,
there was a point where, like, Karen wanted me to introduce myself on the phone. Jesus. I'm like, Karen Chair Design.
Yeah, I feel like
you don't need to know who you're talking to. Just say what you want.
Or can I speak to? And you'd be like, this is. Or let me get them.
Yeah.
I feel like the more you have to say on the phone, the less people listen to you.
Okay, so my side is that I am so worked up that I have to call somebody. I'm reciting what I need to say to you. So if you have a whole spiel in the front of me, now I don't know what I want to say.
I tell you, your glasses are dirty and I can't focus.
So gross.
I can't focus.
I can't see you.
I literally see the slime right here. Like,
so gross.
It is so slimy right here from the dog, and I'm looking at her, and all I'd be like, ew, 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 ew. Not that it's dirty, that I'd be constantly like this.
I can't see all these things. You know that my glasses are never clean. They're clean for like a hot second, and then it's like, we're gonna.
Shannon is so bad at that. So is Grayson. The second they touch it or something, like, I literally have a hard time kissing Shannon. Like, I have to be like, because if I smooch her the glasses at all, take them off. She's got to clean them. She needs a rack. She needs the eye wipe stuff, the alcohol. Like, and it's like, not alcohol, but the eye wipes. And I just go, sorry. Oh, you did it purposely. And I'm like, hold on, let me take off my glasses. I'm like, I forgot. So I did that to Grayson. I know, my hand. I went like that, and I smudged her by accident because she turned, and she went, oh, I got smudged. I was like, you like your mother? She's like, yeah. I have to. I was like, she's like, with my boyfriend, I have to take him off for her.
I don't have time for that.
Like, I'm like, you have to take
I
off
think
your
I clean them
glasses?
like maybe once.
She's
2
like, yeah, he
weeks.
can't kiss me when my
It
glasses
depends on
are
how
on.
bad they are. Like right now, I probably clean them after this, but
Yeah, well, that big smudge is
yeah,
something.
yeah.
Being
That takes a
dirty
lot
and
for me.
smudging is something.
Well, I wear a mascara.
He's right here, it fell off. Here, we'll just hold on to that.
I can't clip it again. Even though
And I've always said that.
what was I gonna say?
I don't know. You're talking about your glasses.
Yeah.
About don't having time for re-cleaning them.
Oh, I wear mascara, and my eyelashes touch my glasses.
Oh yeah. Oh.
So there's just. Are you okay?
He's like, Mom,
Jiminy Cricket.
I'm on TV. Oh yeah, that's perfect. We all want to hear the crunching for 20 minutes. Okay. Why don't you put them on the floor? Instead of goose.
You put them on the floor.
Okay.
You're my baby. Okay, fine.
As your baby really looks like it wants to be held right now.
Oh well, we gotta go anyways.
It's about that time.
But,
so you're always
so
used to
this is mascara on all the time. So
yeah.
why am I cleaning it every day?
Literally, when I touch Grace, I was like, "Oh," she goes, "I take it off when I'm with my boyfriend." I'm like, "Your glasses?
What are we talking about? Glasses or
glasses? I hope something. I hope not. Or I don't want to hear that." Yeah, that she's 16. What else? Yeah, it is what it is. Man, child. Not a fan.
Anyways, gotta go. Happy birthday, Marin. Do you want to hold
Ashley,
toes?
say bye.
Do you want to close this out by holding toes?
Oh no, bye.